Brett here with Kvell Fitness and Nutrition, guys. It's Friday. Happy Friday. And today I'm answering your questions. So today's question is talking about the difference between like free weights, like dumbbells and barbells and the weights that aren't really attached to something, and machines, right? So the question is like, what's the difference between the two? Now your muscles are dumb and smart at the same time, but whatever, if you put a weight on them, whether it's from a machine or from a free weight, it's going to respond by getting stronger, right? So that part doesn't matter. If I use a machine, if I use free weights, doesn't matter. Now where it matters and where the biggest difference is with all the stabilizing muscles, right? So when we use a machine, the machine is doing a lot of the stabilizing work for us, if not all of the stabilizing work, right? So if you think about like one of the, like a leg curl or a leg extension, right? You're sitting down, so there's not much stabilization going on there at all, and then you're just kicking your leg out, right? So we're really kind of making sure that we're working that quad muscle or the hamstring muscle, depending on the machine that you're using, but that's about all you're doing, right? Now, if we take that and we say, okay, instead let's do a squat with a barbell, so we're working the quads and the hamstrings, or let's do like a hip extension with a barbell. Right now there's a bunch of stabilization because that weight is free. It's moving all around, hence the term free weights, right? And so it's not locked in, and it's not locking your body into some pattern that may or may not fit your body. It's called biomechanics, right? And so your biomechanics might be different than my biomechanics just based on, you know, your levers, the length of your leg, the length of your arms, the length of your torso. And of course, you can adjust the machines a certain amount to account for that a little bit, but it's still in a very structured pattern, right? So one of the worst machines out there is the Smith machine for doing like squatting patterns, right? So a squatting pattern, you know, that machine locks you in to go straight up and down, right? Well, that's not really how we squat, right? So the bar is going to move a little bit, and it's going to account for your body, and depending on your biomechanics, if you have you know, longer legs and a shorter torso or the other way around, it's going to be a little bit different from person to person. But what the Smith machine does is it locks you in, so everybody kind of has to move the same way, right? It can be really hard on the joints. So again, when you look at them, they both do a job, right? And so there's positives and negatives to both of them. With the free weights, there is a slighter, higher risk of injury if you don't know what you're doing and you don't have somebody watching you to coach you on how to do them correctly. Now, if you know what you're doing, the risk of injury is very low. With machines, if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to force you into a certain pattern, which can be really beneficial, again, if you don't have somebody who's kind of paying attention to and making sure that you're moving that pattern correctly. So there's positive and negatives of both of them, but they're both loading the body. They will both make you stronger, but one of them is more functional. So when you go out into the everyday life and start doing things like picking up your kids, mowing the lawn, picking up a dirt bag, whatever it is, picking up, you know, whatever it is you're picking up, you're going to be able to do it better because your stabilizing muscles are stronger with the free weights than they are with the machines, because again, we're not doing a lot of stabilizing there. Okay guys, so again, it is Friday, and I am here to answer your questions, help you out, help you on your fitness and health journey. Make sure you post your questions below and I'll get them answered for you.